Good evening, viewers and listeners. Welcome to another program, Serving the People, brought to you by the Democratic Republican Party of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the DRP, and hosted by me, your host and political leader of the DRP, Anissa Batiste. Please let us start with a word of prayer. Loving Father in heaven, do bless me as I speak to the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines and all those within the hearing of my voice. I pray that their hearts would be inspired to support this alternative party, which pledges to bring a golden age of prosperity on all fronts, economically, socially, spiritually, and morally for Vincentians, through respect for the inalienable rights and freedoms of all people. Do help the people to understand what I am saying, that they may give support to this new initiative, this alternative, this party of hope for our country. In Jesus' holy name I pray. Amen. And now, my dear viewers and listeners, remember that if you wish to contact me, you may call the number that is currently on your screen. It is 528-1015. That's 528-1015. Or you may send an email to the address that's on your screen also, servingthepeople.ab@gmail.com. That's servingthepeople.ab@gmail.com. I'll repeat this information at the end of the program. Now, first of all, let me sincerely apologize to you for not having been able to bring this program to you over the last couple of weeks. We had some challenges, no fault of our own, and it resulted in us not being able to bring the program to you. However, we are very happy that we can bring it to you once again. And in this evening's program, I want to have a heart-to-heart talk with you, our people. Every now and then, we just want to have a heart-to-heart talk about what is happening in our country and where we're at and what we're pledging here at the DRP. Let me update you on what has been happening with the Democratic Republican Party. And then I also want to talk to you about how you can support the DRP. First of all, since our last program a couple of weeks ago, we were granted the opportunity to host a radio program on Cross Country Radio. That's CCR Radio, 104.3 FM or 88.5 FM. You'll see it on your screen. And for those of you who are looking at us from the diaspora, you may join CCR through their website address, which is www.ccrradiosvg.com. Again, it's on your screen. The program started 2 weeks ago. It airs every Tuesday. It starts from 6:35 in the morning and runs through to 8:55, or basically almost 9 o'clock that same Tuesday morning. The program is called The Moment of Hope. Yes, my dear viewers and listeners, The Moment of Hope. When you hear that program on Tuesday mornings from 6:35 to 8:55 on CCR Radio, that is the moment of hope. When you hear from the DRP speaking to you our philosophy, our ideas, our plans, our programs, our solutions for the problems and challenges that we are currently facing, that is the moment of hope for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. This program is an interactive program, so persons listening on the morning can actually call into the program. The numbers are normally advertised, and interact with me, the host of the program. So far on this program, we have spoken to you about the origin of the DRP, what it stands for, our symbol, our color, our philosophy of republicanism. And we've also spoken about some of our plans to address crime and violence in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So I just want you to know about this new development, that the DRP is now on radio, on CCR, Cross Country Radio, every Tuesday morning from 6:35 to 8:55. Now, I want you to understand that this is an opportunity we've been granted, and in order for us to be able to continue this opportunity and to give you the chance to interact with us, because here on the TV program it's not live and you don't have that chance, but on the radio you'll have that chance to interact with us. In order for us to be able to keep it going, we will need your financial support. In due time, we will tell you how you can support financially. But just rest assured that any contribution you can give towards developing and continuing the Moment of Hope radio program on CCR would be truly appreciated by the DRP. And please tune in and let your friends tune in, because we want to share with you our plans and our ideas. We have great ideas to help St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and they are workable. We want you to hear about them. We want you to see that we are a party that is about solutions to the problems and the challenges. Not the typical radio program where political sides are cursing out each other, slandering and engaging in defamatory remarks and denigrating language. No, this is not the typical political radio program. This is an educational radio program that will always bring to you not just the issues affecting us, not just critical analysis of the issues affecting us and of the performance of the government, but also offer you solutions at the same time. Because we're not just about complaining, criticizing without solutions. So this is why I'm inviting you every Tuesday from 6:35 in the morning until 8:55 on Cross Country Radio, 104.3 FM, 88.5 FM, www.ccrradiosvg.com. It's all on your screen, and we leave it there for a while so you can take it down. Tune in to Cross Country Radio for The Moment of Hope by the DRP of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Now, in addition to this new initiative of a radio program, The Moment of Hope, on CCR Radio, the DRP has also been working on increasing our slate of candidates to offer to you, Vincentians. We know that in order to be able to contend in the elections, we have to have a team of candidates. And we've been working on getting candidates to run on DRP tickets to offer themselves in service for representation to you in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I can thankfully say right now that we have 3 persons who are working on the ground in 3 different constituencies. The DRP is not yet ready to make a formal announcement of who all our candidates are. As I said before, we're still working on getting more candidates because, as you know, we have 15 seats in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. However, we can tell you that we have 3 persons working on the ground, and we can tell you in which constituencies. The constituency of West St. George, the constituency of East Kingstown, and the constituency of South Leeward. Yes, my dear viewers and listeners. So you can expect to see persons from the DRP coming around, including myself, and introducing themselves to you and saying, I am offering myself on a DRP ticket to serve you, to represent you in this constituency. I want to say something a bit more about what you can expect from the DRP when it comes to the issue of our candidates and our team. I know some people will say, oh, it's just a new party. They're young, they're inexperienced, they've never ran for an election before. They've never run government, they can't make it. Listen to me. The DRP believes in teamwork, not a one-man show. And so our endeavor is to create a team that can get the job done. How will they get the job done? Our endeavor is to attract candidates, a good mix, a good balance of candidates. And by this I mean men, women, young people, elder persons, persons of experience, persons who have expertise in various fields, persons who have served as public servants, persons who have a lot to offer and who understand how the public service works, persons also who have great promise. So they may not have had plenty years of experience, but they have the potential to work, they have energy and youth on their side, they are willing to work hard in the interest of the people, to serve the people, they love to get along with people, they get along with people of all sides. And with these kinds of skills and abilities, we hope to create a team of trained professionals and persons who can get the work done. And I really want to stress this so that even though the initiative is young, in that the DRP was only announced less than 2 years ago, yet we will endeavor to surround ourselves with a team of experienced persons who have experience in various areas of business and government, and have the ability therefore to run the government, to run the various departments, to run the various ministries accordingly. We will therefore have such a team, and we will hire people of experience and people with the relevant expertise to work. So you will end up with a ministerial team and not just a one-man running the show as the minister. The minister is the minister, and he's like the chairman of the ministry, but he will have a team of experts around him who are equipped in the particular fields and able to advise technically and to truly get the work done. This is absolutely important, because often what we've had in government are persons who maybe won their seats because it was a safe seat for their party over the years, and they get into government, they're given a cabinet portfolio, and they're not able to do the job properly because they were not maybe trained in that area, or they don't have the right persons in position to help them do the job. This is not how the DRP is approaching it. First of all, when you think of the DRP and the kinds of people we will be bringing and the kind of government we will be giving, think of teamwork. That is what we will be giving. Teamwork. Secondly, think of experts, technical persons. Thirdly, think of experienced persons. And this is highly possible, and this is what we're doing. I can tell you, for example, that apart from myself, who has a few years of experience in the public service and who's trained in certain fields academically, we have the persons who are working now, persons who have experience in business, in dealing with business persons, in working in insurance, for example. We have a gentleman working on the ground in South Leeward who is a former worker, a director in the area of social development, social welfare, who works with at-risk youth, who knows about counseling and dealing with young people and dealing with persons who come out of prison to help to rehabilitate them, and who has worked with a lot of people, grassroots people, people on the ground, to help them to access assistance when he served in the capacity of director of social welfare, for example. So we have experienced persons, and these are kind of persons that the DRP is able to attract. My conversation to you, my plea to you is this: look, if you know somebody or persons in your constituency whom you think could make excellent candidates, who could make an excellent candidate for the DRP, somebody who will represent the people, who loves the people, who's a hard worker, who's not afraid of hard work, and you know such persons and you want me to consider them, you can call me. You can call the number on your screen, 528-1015. That's 528-1015. And we will interview the persons, we will talk to them, we will feel them out, as we would say, and see if they're fit for the job. So don't be afraid. Call the number on your screen, 528-1015. You see, we want to hear from you. One of the watch phrases of the DRP is this: PPP, People's participatory power. Yes, my dear people, we believe that the people's power is what must rule, because the people are their sovereign rulers. And we, the politicians who are asking for the opportunity to be in government, who are asking for your votes, we are just your servants. That is how the DRP views governance. And therefore, I want to hear from you. I want to know who you want to run for you, who you feel will make the best representative. Too often, the established parliamentary political parties have engaged in sabotaging candidates who the people want, because they want to handpick based on friend thing, and who they like from who they don't like, and who is cousin and who is family, and they overlook the people who can do the job and who the people on the ground are calling for, and they push them out and they sideline them. Well, listen to this. Your rejects, their rejects, could potentially be our and your servants. We are not going to reject anybody who has the ability and the promise and the willingness and who believes in the philosophy of the DRP as we do, which emphasizes protection for the God-given rights and freedoms of the people. If this is your attitude, if this is truly your desire, you can serve, and you should be granted the opportunity to serve. So, if you know persons who are interested and whom you would like to recommend, call me. Feel free. 528-1015. Look out for us also in your areas as we come around to talk to you and to field for candidates for the various constituencies. Remember, we already have 3 persons working in 3 constituencies. You can tell your friends: West St. George, East Kingstown, and South Leeward. 3 very good candidates, and we're talking to others. Okay? Now, I want to address some talk and some attitudes in politics today, especially when it comes to when they hear about a party like the DRP, a third party, a fourth party. I really want to talk about this because I think it is very important for me to address certain things and for me to help you as the people to understand just where you stand in all of this. You may hear people say things like, well, third parties don't work in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We've never had a third party that made it. It's always the NDP or the ULP. It could never be anything else. Where is she going with that? That's not going to work. That's not going anywhere. You may hear people with those sentiments, right? Listen to me. In St. Vincent and the Grenadines, it is the people who determines who forms government. The people. Not a traditional party over here or a traditional party over there. If the people do not vote for any party, there will be no government. The fact of the matter is this: the power lies and rests in the hands of the people, yea, even in the finger, the vote of the people. And so, you the people must not let the NDP or the ULP tell you, the people who have the power in your finger, who have the power in your hand, that a third party cannot work. You must tell them, hold up. I have the power. I determine if a third party works or not. I determine if your time is up or not. Don't tell me a third party can't work. You see, what has happened over the years is this. The current established political parties, they feel that because they've been around for a long time, nothing else could work. And you know what has happened as a result? They've become complacent, and now they take you, the people, for granted, because they say, oh, well, they don't have any other choice. It's either we or them. And since they gave this one 17 years already, it's our turn now. They're bound to vote for us. And then the other side might be saying, well, now they've had 13 going in 14 years. Clearly, they must fall back to us. Listen to me. Do not let any political party treat you like that. That is disrespect. You know why that is disrespect? When a party comes to the point where it tells itself that you, the people, have no other choice but to vote them back in because you've now had long years of this other one and you're fed up, they will take you for granted. Because if they'll sit down and fold their arms and figure, well, okay, they have not a choice, time for us now. Listen to me. Don't make them treat you like that. Make them see that you have the power in your hands, that you determine your destiny, that you determine your fate, that you, by your fingers, by your vote, could change dramatically, could revolutionize dramatically the political landscape and history of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. You, the people, could make history. It is all in your hands to do. Do not let anybody tell you otherwise. Power to the people, power to the people, power to the people. And down with political parties who feel because they've been established for a long time, they could take the people for granted, become complacent, and the people must accept any and anything. Down with that, what do you say? The DRP comes to you, begging you, beseeching you, recognizing your power over us, recognizing that we are your servants, having great respect for the fact that you are the ones who determine if we will get an opportunity or not. And therefore, we're taking the time to come to you with education. We're coming to you not with cussing and fighting and this attitude figuring who could cuss the loudest or who could point out the most faults will get the nod. We're coming to you, yes, with education about what is faulty, but also with ideas and plans, sharing with you, because we are saying to you, we have solutions. We are ready to work. And we are doing this out of respect for you, recognizing you have a mind, you can think, you can analyze for yourself. You don't have to go with red or yellow because one says this or not. No, you could choose blue too. That's the DRP's color. You could choose that if you want. My dear people, when you go into that booth on election day, no matter who your grandmother voted for, no matter who gave you a house or who gave you land, yes, you're happy for that. But if the same party today is doing foolishness, if the same party today is behaving in ways that are wrong, you have the power and the freedom when you go into that booth on election day to vote DRP. Nobody could take that away from you. That is your free choice. That is your free opinion. Even if you don't come out in the streets in a blue jersey, or even if you stay behind the scenes and just watch and say, let me listen to Miss Batiste and hear what she's saying. On election day, you can vote for the DRP, the symbol of the heart. You can vote the heart. Yes, my dear people. That is our symbol. And you can put your X there. No NDP, no ULP could force you to do otherwise. Remember, on that day, in that moment, you have the power. And you need to assert your power, and you need to put political parties in their places and tell them, you don't dictate to me. You don't tell me who I have to vote for and who I don't have to vote for. Because if enough of us recognize our power and we decide, look, it's time for a new party, whether or not historically it has never happened, we the people can make that change. Tell them that. Tell them you have the power to decide your fate, your destiny, not them. And make them see and tremble and recognize by a historical political upset, make them recognize that the people are not to be taken for granted. This is what I'm appealing to you, Vincentians, to consider going into this new election period. You need to send a strong message, especially to the established political parties, that the people are not to be taken for granted, and you can do it. You have all the power in your hands and in your fingers to do it. Again, power to the people, power to the people, power to the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We're coming down to the last 5 minutes or so in our program. This television program that is brought to you every Wednesday evening at 6 to 6:30 on SVG TV, we have to keep it alive, because we're going into a period just now where maybe campaigning will start soon. We don't know when. But whenever it starts, this program is important for the DRP to continue to bring you education about who we are, introduce our candidates when the time comes to you formally, and so on. I am appealing to you, please. If you're out there listening to me, looking at me, You're a business person. You're fed up of what pertains. You're fed up of the ULP government. You don't believe or you're not convinced that the NDP could do better. You're willing to give the DRP a chance. Call me. Call 528-1015. It's on your screen. You can give your support. We normally have to pay roughly $378 for the production and airing of this program. The fees recently went up with SVG TV. $378 per program, EC dollars. I'm appealing to you. If you can sponsor one program a month, if you could help to ensure that this program stays on the air. There are children who look at me and listen to me and meet me and say, oh, I see you on the TV. They like what they see. The very children, the parents tell me they don't miss your program. They're always in front of the TV. Mommy, mommy, come, the lady is on TV. Mommy, mommy, Miss Batiste is on TV. Please, give me that opportunity. If you're willing to sponsor, if you're willing to help, the number is on your screen. 528-1015. I know these are difficult times. I know these are trying times. But those of you who can, those of you who are able, please give us this opportunity to continue to come into your homes and to let you know what we have in store. To genuinely and sincerely explain to you how we feel about certain things and what we would do. Remember who leads this party. It's Anissa Batiste. My record is there to show I have done what I have said I would do. With little or nothing, not being a big party in government, I've been able to do so much for persons. Imagine how much more I would be able to do if given the opportunity to govern. Not as a one-man show, as I said before, but as a team. For example, take a look at the pictures across your screen right now. I've been working with this organization in New York, GEMS Hope for Home. Congrats to GEMS. They're continually assisting our people here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And the latest intervention was the donations of 5 nebulizer machines to 5 clinics throughout St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The Ashton Clinic and the Health Center in Clifton in Union Island, the Sion Hill Clinic, the clinic in Caliaqua, and the one in Bel Air. Now, if I could encourage and be a part of such kind of movements of being able to bring nebulizer machines to the clinics so our children who have asthma and other adults who suffer with respiratory problems could get assistance. And I'm not even in government, and I am a part of these kinds of efforts. Imagine how much more I would do. Please give me the opportunity. So, in these last moments of the program, I want to reiterate some of the things I said before. 1. We have a new radio program. It's called The Moment of Hope. It's brought to you every Tuesday morning on Cross Country Radio 104.3 FM and 88.5 FM from 6:35 a.m. to 8:55 a.m. Call us, support us. Secondly, we have 3 working candidates on the ground in West St. George, East Kingstown, and South Leeward. Experienced, youth, elder, fresh, and they can do the job. Call us up to learn more. 528-1015. And if you know someone in your constituency who's interested or who might make a good candidate, feel free to recommend them. I'll meet with them, I'll interview them, I'll talk with them. Call us 528-1015. And last but not least, again, this television program called Serving the People needs to stay on the air. To do so, we need $378 roughly every week. Yes, 378 EC dollars every Wednesday for production and airing of the program. So if you're willing to support, again, the numbers on your screen, 528-1015. Until our next program, where we bring you education of our plans and ideas, and we address the issues affecting us, and we give you hope from service to the people, I'm Anissa Batiste. God bless you.